Democracy is like a train. We shall get out when we arrive at the station we want. These words, spoken by Recep Tayyip Erdogan, encapsulate the pragmatic and often controversial path of a man whose political career has been nothing short of dramatic. Born to a modest family in Istanbul, Erdogan's early life was steeped in the bustling, complex currents of Turkey's largest city. His political journey began in earnest when he was elected as the mayor of Istanbul in 1994. During his tenure as mayor, Erdogan was noted for his effective leadership and his ability to tackle chronic problems that had plagued the city for decades. His approach was marked by a blend of charisma and practical reform, which resonated well with the citizens. It wasn't long before his ambitions reached beyond the city limits. In 2003, Erdogan ascended to one of the highest political echelons in Turkey, taking office as the prime minister. His rise to power was not just a testament to his political acumen, but also highlighted his vision for a reformed Turkey, straddling both tradition and modernization. From a mayor to a prime minister, Erdogan's journey was marked by ambition and controversy. In the landscape of Turkish politics, a new dawn arrived with the founding of the AK party. In 2001, the stage was set for a significant shift as Recep Tayyip Erdogan established the Justice and Development Party, or AKP. This new party emerged from a vision of merging Islamic values with the principles of democratic governance, aiming to cater to a diverse populace that felt underrepresented. The appeal was broad and profound, resonating deeply across various segments of society. By the following year, this resonance translated into a dramatic victory as the AKP won a landslide in the national elections. With the AKP, Erdogan promised a blend of Islamic values with democratic governance. Economic growth and social reforms defined the early years of Erdogan's rule. Under his leadership, Turkey embarked on a series of ambitious policies aimed at revitalizing its economy and aligning more closely with the European Union. One of the cornerstone achievements was the initiation of negotiations for EU accession. This move signaled a significant shift towards integrating Turkey into a broader European framework, promising not just economic benefits, but also the adoption of European legal and human rights standards. Parallel to these diplomatic efforts, Erdogan's government introduced substantial economic reforms. These reforms were focused on fiscal stability, attracting foreign investment, and enhancing the overall business environment. The results were palpable. Turkey experienced a period of remarkable economic growth. The GDP soared, and for a while, Turkey was cited as one of the fastest-growing economies among the G20 nations. In addition to economic changes, social landscapes were also being redrawn. One of the most symbolic reforms was the lifting of the decades-long ban on headscarves in universities and public offices. This decision was more than a policy adjustment. It was a significant cultural shift. It addressed long-standing grievances among the conservative segments of Turkish society and marked a departure from the strictly secular policies that had dominated Turkish politics. These changes, however, were not without their critics. While many hailed them as steps towards a more democratic and open society, others viewed them as moves to consolidate power and undermine secular principles. The balance between secular and religious influences in public life became a hotly debated topic. Erdogan's policies reshaped Turkey, but not without stirring the pot of national and international politics. However, not all was smooth in Erdogan's Turkey. The Gezi Park protests in 2013 serve as a poignant turning point. Initially sparked by plans to replace one of Istanbul's few green spaces with a shopping mall, the protests quickly morphed into a broader outcry against perceived authoritarian tendencies in Erdogan's governance. The response? A robust crackdown that raised eyebrows globally, spotlighting concerns about freedom of expression and the right to peaceful assembly. Accusations of authoritarianism didn't stop at Gezi Park. Over the years, Erdogan's government has been criticized for consolidating power, particularly through the judiciary and media. Numerous journalists have faced imprisonment, and media outlets have been shut down, leading to allegations of censorship and a stifling of dissent. The failed coup attempt in July 2016 marked another critical juncture for Erdogan and Turkey. In the aftermath, a state of emergency was declared, lasting for 2 years. Under this state of emergency, sweeping purges were carried out, affecting not only military personnel, but also educators, public servants, and civil society members, under the guise of rooting out subversion. These actions, while defended by the government as necessary for national security, have been viewed by many, both inside and outside of Turkey, as a means for Erdogan to further cement his control over the nation. These events painted a complex picture of a leader balancing between governance and control. On the world stage, Erdogan played his cards with strategic finesse. As Turkey's leader, his influence extended beyond the nation's borders, reshaping its role in regional politics. Erdogan's dealings with the European Union have been particularly notable, oscillating between cooperative engagements and tense standoffs, especially on issues like migration and Turkey's bid for EU membership. In the cauldron of Middle Eastern conflicts, Erdogan's strategies have been pivotal. Turkey's involvement in Syria has been complex, balancing military interventions with diplomatic negotiations. This has positioned Turkey as a key player in the region, influencing outcomes and alliances. One of Erdogan's most significant challenges on the global stage has been managing the Syrian refugee crisis. Under his leadership, Turkey has hosted millions of refugees, making it one of the largest refugee-hosting countries in the world. This humanitarian stance, however, has also been used as a bargaining chip in Turkey's negotiations with the European Union, impacting international relations and Turkey's foreign policy. Erdogan's Turkey remained at the crossroads of East and West, navigating through turbulent waters with a firm hand. As years pass, the scale of Erdogan's influence on Turkey and beyond becomes more apparent. Let's take a moment to reflect on the profound impact of his 2 decades in power, an era marked by significant transformation and enduring debate. Under Erdogan's leadership, Turkey has witnessed remarkable economic growth. It's an era that saw the nation ascend as a burgeoning economic power in the region, with expanded infrastructure and a notable increase in its global trade footprint. These achievements, however, are just one side of the coin. The economic landscape under his rule has also faced serious challenges, including inflation and concerns about long-term sustainability. Societally, Erdogan has reshaped the Turkish identity profoundly. His policies have redefined secular spaces, lifting bans on headscarves and transforming iconic cultural sites like the Hagia Sophia back into a mosque. These moves, while celebrated by many as a restoration of Islamic heritage, have also sparked significant debate about the secular foundations of modern Turkey. Internationally, Erdogan has repositioned Turkey as a key player on the global stage. His foreign policies have navigated complex relationships with both Western and Eastern powers, enhancing Turkey's strategic importance. Yet, this has not been without controversy. His assertive and at times contentious approach has led to fluctuating alliances and perceptions abroad. The polarization of opinions on Erdogan's governance is stark. Supporters laud him as a transformative leader who has restored pride and traditional values in Turkey. Critics, however, argue that his tenure has been marked by autocratic tendencies, undermining democratic institutions and suppressing dissent. Despite these divergent views, one thing remains clear. Erdogan's legacy is indelibly etched into the fabric of Turkey. His influence stretches across every aspect of Turkish life, from its political ethos and social norms to its position on the world map. Recep Tayyip Erdogan of monumental influence and enduring controversy in Turkey's history.